Nyantechwa maybe am this ka be free Europe akoma busuafo wo Ghana no me use tap send no fee mobile money transfer easy convenient fast and sound so free won't you hwe me discover ye mapim tap send intienne also download the tap send app no ewo mobile phones so free na fesika komo abusuafo wo Ghana afa na nyina tap send papa no
everybody check now. Check it. That beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Sugar level for check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tudu na ni etena ka mu kwanten akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se wo benya ni nyina ofa akọ enno so ya asem foforo wo so to mfa akosika swane ne mpatamu anase achimota lapa se kosinsawam. Jimmy Dale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane, anase ade bia wo pe bia. So wo koton ko ade a ene bia wo se wo tu a eye Jimmy Dale. You can locate Jimmy Dale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto. Or call us now on 0208-920-996. Jimmy Dale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
Another feeling to start our week on this note here on Showbiz Daily, live on Sammy Flex TV. And I want to believe that everyone is back from the weekend. Did you have enough rest? If you did not have enough rest, then I want to say that take your time, take things cool, because another weekend will be coming very, very soon. Yeah, now the days are really running quick, because looking around and I realized that today is February the 20th. I said, oh, wow, so quick. So in just about 8 days, and the month of February is over the bar. It means you need to increase your pace or you'll be left out. So increase your pace now so you'll not be left out. Welcome to Showbiz Daily, the Monday's edition, here with my people, Roland Amate, who is in your shot. He is one of your best content publicists, especially if you are going to have an event. And if you want to do any artist management, branding as well, Roland Amate can take care of you. They are talking about his jacket. That's why I said branding. People crazy. They say Roland jacket they beat too much. Yeah. So if you want your artist to wear jacket, you contact him and he'll sort you out. Well, Intim Dodi Solomon is also here, our online manager at Flex Entertainment Limited. Also, for all your digital content solutions, he's ready to take care of you. And Kojo King, your favorite artist, the Be Kind artist, is also here. Kojo, your video is doing well. 26K when I checked.
Oh wow, the last time I checked was 23.
Share, boom. Hey, 26K, Atija, and your subscribers went to 300 straight.
Oh, wow. That is amazing.
And
that is amazing. Thanks to everyone who has been sharing.
And I think your boss also sponsored it. So looks like the sponsorship is really taking it to speed. And we want you to go for Unsung. And they are saying you don't qualify. How do you defend yourself?
For
VGMA.
Unsung, yes, Unsung. I think the category is It's a bit dicey.
No, it's open.
It's open.
Yeah, that one is not a song released in a particular duration.
Oh, okay.
It's about the impact of the artist and whether he is known.
He's known.
They are looking for that guy who is around, has not been able to enter the industry proper.
Oh, okay.
But is doing something. It is not that because they don't select they don't select it based on a particular song.
Okay.
It's about what your achievements have been.
Then I overqualify because that one, yeah.
But Roland Tems were trying to sack you from it.
Forget about Roland. I was asking about the level of his suit.
His suit.
He didn't mind.
It's a jacket. This is not a suit. It's a
jacket.
The
jacket. He didn't mind.
Because we don't do with labels, you know. We yes, it's customized.
Customized. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it's looking good on him. So you guys, what's your problem?
Oh yeah.
Can't you see his muscles in this?
Nipa ne no so no.
Yeah. No, share the muscles and the size of the
So yeah, we will go. We will go, and I think new artists as well.
No, new artists they don't qualify.
I don't qualify.
Yeah.
Okay, that was last year.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
New
Our
artists
song was released this
in
year.
2023. So unless
no, what I mean is that in terms of unsung, it's not about when you release the song.
Oh, okay.
You
then
just have to be around.
Oh, okay.
And if you are talking about going viral started for you in 2022.
Yes.
With the song
Atia. Oh, okay. Then I overqualify.
Yeah, so you can qualify provided you play your games well.
Of course.
If you know how to do the politics.
Oh, of course. That
you
one
can go through.
We'll go
So keep pushing. Abbas suggested that even if you are there, the event itself will get some bars.
Yeah.
They will also benefit from it. So rush and let's see how it feels like.
Sure.
Well, Digital Rasta Currency is also here on camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. And you are the other side. I know you also have been enjoying our content. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe to us, like our video, share, and also make sure you are putting down your comments on the issues being discussed. Now, I would want us to look at Christian Achu's mortal remains finally being flown to Ghana yesterday at the Kotoka International Airport. And of course, we saw the charade, we saw the pomp and pageantry at which some politicians and media people met the dead body at the airport. And I'm asking, so far, what are our reactions around it? Briefly, Kojo, your reaction about meeting Achu's remains from the airport yesterday?
It's very, very sad times. And when you look at commentaries around and everything, it tells you it just speaks to me that we just have to live life before we live life. Yeah, because you can't get so worried about happenings about life. This is what it is telling me. We all have things that we want to achieve. We all want to be better people in life, but the point is, you can't force it. You shouldn't be worried over things that you don't get. I was imagining if Achu has remained clubless for like 2 years, he would have been very worried. I need to get a new club. And he got a new club, and through that, after winning a match, going to relax, this thing happened. And so a lot of things happens, and we all know one day we will leave this earth. And so just when you wake up, you have life, just live your life and be happy. No matter your condition, your situation, you have to be happy. That is one thing that if you don't enjoy in life, you will lose everything. You just have to be happy in your mind, in everything that you are doing. Just every day, just make sure that you are happy. And the things that are bringing hatred and bad energy to you, make sure you push it off.
Walk away from them.
Yeah, because Charlie, look at a fine gentleman doing so well, and all of a sudden, look at the money and everything. He's okay. You can say financially, he's okay.
He's fine.
Exactly. He could have afforded any building, let's say his own mansion, that he would have lived in comfortably. But this thing happened. And it tells us our cars, you can buy a best car with all the cash and you can have an accident, you die. Now that even buildings are collapsing, so which is which? Nothing is, nothing can bring you peace on this earth. So you just get it, and it's supposed to make your life better whilst you enjoy it. So make sure all the time, the little that you have, you enjoy. Now the body, the mortal remains is in, and the people receive him, yes, at least as custom demands. Our leaders and our authorities have received him to show that he is a prominent figure in society. And so, as they have promised that they are going to connect with the family to make sure they give him a befitting burial, we are all waiting for the day that we will pay our last respect to our brother. And then, as we who are living, we just take cues from it. But the message is, Charlie, don't worry over things. Whatever comes your way, be
Live
content
life
with
with
it.
it.
Live life. Live life before you live life. People are just here. They are not enjoying life. They are just crying every day. It's another chance to cry of things that with their power cannot provide for them. But live life. Once you are alive, make sure whatever the circumstance, enjoy life. Because one day you just go. Like the Bible says in Hebrews 9:27, say it's appointed for a man to die once.
And after that,
And one key thing about that statement is that the Bible didn't indicate how you will die
and when.
So it can come in any way and form. It is death, whether you die by sea, you get drowned, you get burnt, accident, any which way. The bottom line is death. So our condolences to the family, and may his soul rest in perfect peace. But one thing is good, that people are speaking good about him.
Yeah.
And not that it is fake. People are sharing genuine messages about him. I think that is one aspect that we also need to check, that you are living, what impact are you making in the lives of other people, that one day when you are no more, you have at least people sharing
Speaking
good
well
testimonies about you. And I think that is how life's supposed to be. We don't live for ourselves alone, but we live for others, because no matter what you do, one day you go. One day born, one day die.
Well, Chamo, how about you? Your reaction?
Yeah, I think the way we have received it and how people are reacting to his death, I think it's okay. I mean, it's sad though. I mean, the family will not be happy something like this has happened, because he was a breadwinner for the family. He was taking care of a lot of people. I mean, if you listen to some of the testimonies and how people relate to him, it will be sad for a lot of people when something like this happens. And we can just wish the family our condolences. And then I think there are certain things in life that you can't control, and one of them is death. I mean, how you will die is difficult to predict. Just that for the things that you can control, you do your best not to get yourself into trouble like that. So something like if you are taking drugs or you are doing something and we caution you that this thing that you are doing, it can kill you. I mean, that one you can control it. You can either stop it or continue and then face the consequences. But some of this tragic death, you can't do anything about it. It's earthquake. Even if you know that it will happen, the best that you can do is to run, hoping that you get out of there before it happens.
It happens, yeah.
Otherwise, you will still be in trouble. So, I mean, death like this, you can't do much. My worry is the way people are interpreting what happens. That's what sometimes it worries me a bit.
On which of the points proper?
When you can't control something like earthquake, and then happens and you die, some people will think that because of his kindness or the goodness, why didn't he survive or something? Come on, it is based on where you are at that moment and what happened at that place. It has nothing to do. Well, for those who believe in intervention, I mean, they will say that God at that point could have saved him, taking him to another place. Maybe he will vanish or whatever, based on their beliefs. But for those of us who think that your actions and actions can cause some of these things, not bad do or even in a bad way. Some people are saying that, well, he's a kind, good guy, so God should have, or let's see it. There were somebody going for robbery or doing something bad at that time. That person got saved because he was moving to a place that they didn't hit or something. So why then do you still have that mentality that because of your kindness you will be saved or something? It's because of your action or inactions, what you can do, what you can't do, your abilities and inabilities will make something like this happen. So I think we should take it like that. Tragedy is tragedy. Accident is accident. It can happen to anybody based on where you are. Because it happened in Turkey, that's why people in Turkey are the ones dying, not people in Ghana. When it happens in Ghana, Ghanaians will die, not Turkish people.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. That such is life. But still, people don't want to understand that thing, and that's my worry a bit. Like, but apart from that, I think so far so good. I think people are praising him for his kindness. I mean, his impact is impact goes beyond football.
Yeah.
I mean, when you listen to the testimony
of the pitch and on the pitch,
on the pitch,
he's still influential.
Yeah. So we will say rest well for him, and then condolences to the family as well. Yeah.
Okay, Roland, how about you? Your reaction from Achu's mortar remains that was flown into Accra last night?
As I may extend our condolences to the family and rest in peace to the demise that is the late Christian Achu. It's been a sad moment. In fact, ever since the news hit our space that we've lost a brother like that, I know the whole space has been like
slow.
In fact, there were so many things even for you to be happy, but that news and the impact of it even
you couldn't
can make you dull. There's just some few things that we can pick. They say the burial of the dead is just a warning to the living. It is just as Kojo said. We don't live for the future actually. We live for the moment. Because when you were a kid, at this time was your future. And you are here. You are still thinking of another future, which probably you have no idea whether you are still going to see it or not. So why don't you?
But based on the world's principle,
of course,
if you follow them, you know that this is the future you are talking about.
Yes, you can, but it is not. The truth of the matter is, it is not promised.
It is not guaranteed. Yeah,
it is not guaranteed. What you are guaranteed of is the moment you live in, and how impactful your life would be would determine whether you are around or not. How your life will be well lived, and that is the only thing that should matter.
Okay.
Because yes, even Achu in death, I can say is even more relevant than some people alive. Oh yes, because
some people in his fraternity.
Probably because of the impact and the things that he's done. Because even in his death, I know Ibusi Apeni is going to cash out.
No, who said his daughter?
Some Ibusi Apeni are going to cash out.
Yeah.
Some people will take advantage of this to misbehave.
Which is normal.
And that is one thing that saddens my heart in times like this. We can only take a cue from it that we can only live an impactful life like he did. One that will be very selfless, one that will even care for others. And that is the only lesson I can take from this, because yes, death is inevitable. We can't escape it. The only thing is we don't even know which form or
and
time
when it will come.
It will come. We can. Yes.
Oh, believers. Oh
no, nobody.
No believer knows.
And a prophecy,
It is the mystery. It's in the Bible. That one.
We can.
Prophet in the young forget your
We can.
Are the prophets
who has predicted?
Prophet Najigeze predicted Ebony's death. Prophet Jesus
that was a prediction.
Oh no, it was prophecy because it was coming from
time, date, form, everything.
No, it was coming from God.
It wasn't from time, date, form.
Yes,
but he would die. She would die through this way.
No.
This time, this day.
So we should forget about all the prophets who prophesy about somebody.
Even himself, he doesn't know when he will die.
He may not know, but God has told him to say about
it's
the
in the Bible.
Okay, so Kojokin is saying all the prophets they are bogus. Don't listen to them.
You are saying that what you said.
They are tutu.
With all said and done, we can only enjoy what we have.
Okay.
We can only enjoy the little or much that is present to us. And that is the most important thing. Because if you want to worry about the fact that you don't have this, you don't have that, yes, it may be something that probably is worrying you at the moment. But then, if you are not happy for what you have now, you can never be happy. And that is the truth of the matter. So let's just be happy and content with what we have, and make sure as much as we will still be impactful to our society.
Okay, so whilst on it, I want us to look at some of the activities around still. I would want us to look at Black Sherif, who is in Nigeria at the moment, and the information we are gathering is that after winning the most MVP awards in the Sound City, he is still there, running around, making some connect, doing some plugs here and there. And I want to read this story and ask my people what it means for Black Sherif. Does it mean at the moment he is really known or very popular in Nigeria? Because the story says, check out how University of Lagos students mobbed Black Sherif on campus. They're also called Unilag. It says, Ghanaian rapper Black Sherif has a wild fan base, not just in Ghana, but Nigeria and other parts of the African continent who love him for his music. The award-winning rapper who recently bagged the Hip Hop Act of the Year at the Sound City MVP Awards was given a resounding welcome by students of the University of Lagos, where he interacted with his fans. Blacko on Thursday, February 16th, got mobbed by autograph hunters and people who rushed to take a photo with the Ghanaian hitmaker. The meet and greet section allows students of Unilag to get close to Black Sherif, who took time to sign autographs and get personal with them. The ladies on campus came out in their numbers to see the rapper when he paid them a visit. Amid the cheers and screams, Blacko ensured that the experience was made memorable for his fans. Let's go catch the action in Lagos, and when we come back, I ask my people that at the moment, can we with all authority say that Black Sherif is the most popular Ghanaian artist in Nigeria, or maybe someone else is that person? Let's go watch it. I'll be right back. All right, so that was the action in Unilag, aka University of Lagos. And we caught the action live here on the show. So the big question is, can we say with all authority in us that looking at what is happening, winning awards there, he's performed, I think last year alone, he performed there several times. And even I think this year, he also had a show there. I want to remember something like that. Is Black Sherif now the most popular Ghanaian artist in Nigeria? Oh, let me start this with you. You have been following events.
But I think it would be too early for us to tag him the most popular Ghanaian artist in Nigeria. I can say he's the hottest currently. But as in most popular, I think it is very debatable. Looking at the impact some people like Miss Bell, Sarkodie, and the likes have in Nigeria. These are people, even as at a point now that they are not actively, not Sarkodie though, but somebody like Miss Bell, actively doing music self. You still have people who would still mention her name and all that, and even the impact that.
Wait. Are you comparing Miss Bell's popularity then to now?
From then to now, even in Nigeria. Because Miss Bell,
I wonder if this will work. Because wait. Now you see, music consumers now, they are more than those times could be.
Of course.
Because music consumers, because they are online, they are not buying CDs. Now music consumers are more, and the people who might know Black Sherif. And you say you want to compare that time to this time there, I think it is.
No, I am not comparing that time to this time. I am comparing from the popularity from that time to this time, to Black Sherif's this time. That is what I'm saying.
And that what? You see, what we are saying is we are doing an argument now.
And I'm saying
not then.
And I'm saying even now, I can only tag Black Sherif as hot and not most popular. Looking at the impact, you know why? Over the weekend when we went to Wasabenso and we were coming, at the airport, I remember there were some whites in the plane. And one of them asked DJ Obete that, you people are so many, where are you from? And he told the guy that, we are with Shatawale, we went to play a show and we are not returning. And he said, who is Shatawale? He doesn't know him. So Obete had to show some of the videos.
So he's a white man?
Yes.
From Europe, obviously.
Well, to the guy for him to see the video, it was like, whoa, point the person out to me. And because you see they were sitting in front, so better had to point the Shatawale out to him. So what I'm saying is that yes, at a point somebody can be so hot and certain sports can know him. But when you are talking about most popular, we are talking about groundswork. Not we have people who are so popular on the internet, yet when you take them to the ground, it will be very difficult for people to even identify them. You understand? Somebody like Ejaku, you can say is more popular than sometimes even Black Sherif. Looking at his impact in the creative art industry, somebody like Ejaku, you can tag him as more popular. You understand? But when you take him online, definitely you can have so many people who would identify Black Sherif even over Ejaku, and it is like that. So sometimes at this point my argument would be that let's reduce the most popular tag on Black Sherif now, because it is probably in and around Lagos that we are seeing. But the likes of Miss Bell, VIP, and the likes, even at this particular point in time where music consumers have even grown, we have two generations as at now. People from the high life and hip life days and people who are contemporary now. Yet still, when you mention VIP or Miss Bell in Nigeria, you will still get people both from the old and the new who would still associate with them.
I'm not sure the new generation in Nigeria
the new generation, they will be difficult.
They will know them.
See, then we will not be fair. We will not be fair to even Black Sherif to tag him as the most popular.
We are saying now.
Now, what is his impact? With what yardstick are we measuring in the Nigerian space?
I said some of them. The guy has been performing more times in Nigeria than any Ghanaian artist at the moment.
At the moment.
His entry in Nigeria, at the moment, you can't compare it to any Ghanaian artist.
In Nigeria.
Topping charts in Nigeria, and he just won an award there. And apart from that, in fact, in recent, I have not seen any of our artists going to places like University of Lagos to go and do meet and greet.
That's what I'm saying. If we are to use that analogy.
And when he went there, if what we saw was not staged, then it means that
that's what
he's known.
There are so many people who would have certain impact in certain corners, but they are and also online. So you can see and assume that they are big in Ghana. But meanwhile, when you go on the grounds, there are some people who are not so popular on the internet, don't even have their activities on the internet, yet their popularity on the ground supersedes the people on the internet. An example is Ejako that I was saying.
So let's do the Nigeria thing. I want us to be specific, so we don't mention.
So my own is let's minimize it. Let's tag him as the hottest now Ghanaian artist in Nigeria.
So who is the most popular Nigerian and Ghanaian artist in Nigeria?
Well, then I can't pinpoint, but I will compare him to Sarkodie, Miss Bell, and VIP. These are the three people that I would probably peg him with. Until maybe it takes a little time for us to know that, okay, aside Lagos, he has other impact in, let's say, Abuja or in other states. Because so far as it stands, it is only Lagos that we've seen most of Black Sherif's activities. And Nigeria is not only Lagos. There are so many states in Nigeria. So if he is able to impact other states as well, then we can probably have the argument or even give him that title. But now let's call him the hottest Ghanaian artist in the Nigerian space.
Chamo, that is Roland's argument. I don't know about yours.
I'll go the same direction. I think we can say that he's getting there. He's getting to a point that going forward, we will say that he's the most popular artist in Nigeria. But for now, I'll have some doubts.
So can you mention? Can you suggest?
I think VIP, Miss Bell,
even now,
yes, and TikTok, they are still popular in Nigeria than Black Sherif and even Sammy.
Even now,
yes, even now. They are popular than them.
Yeah, Nigerians watching, they can.
I mean, what? Oh, we hear them talk about Ghanaian music and Ghanaian artists. The first name that they will mention,
but it's about the generation.
Yeah.
When we listen to interviews from the people who started their music revolution there, they will surely mention Tech.
Yes.
They will mention Miss Bell. They will mention VIP.
Yes.
But now, current music, the Gen Zs, the Gen Zs, the current music consumers, the generation of music consumers now, do you think they will know of Miss Bell and the
now
VIPs?
you are redefining the whole thing. I mean,
No,
you are
no,
saying the
that's why I keep pressing on. Now.
Yes, now it's not only the university students who listen to music in Nigeria.
No, they are not. But they are the
And
majority.
No.
Oh, music
University
consumption.
students in
the Gen
any
Zs.
country is so small. They are in fact.
I'm not saying university students.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the Gen Zs, the youth people.
Yeah, they are the ones
singing
listening
songs.
to Black Sherif and Co. But they are not only the music listeners in Nigeria. That's why if you say the most popular in Nigeria without specifying the group,
no
group like Nigeria combined.
Yes.
I won't go for Black Sherif. That's the point. If you are combining all sorts of people in Nigeria, like the Gen Zs, the ODs, the middle class, even some people who will find difficult to get access to music and all that. I won't mention Black Sherif as the most popular if you are going that direction, because somebody like VIP was so popular that even their song at that time was remixed by a very popular Nigerian like Patience Ozoko. So like you just think about it. Patience Ozoko, Mama G then, so huge then, will remix VIPs when you move to think about the impact that it will have. Even now, when you mention Patience Ozoko and her music career, you will mention the VIP song. And I think it will still have an impact there now. Like when you go to Nigeria now and you say, mention a Ghanaian musician that you know, and that person is not a Gen Z as you are saying, they will mention Black Sherif. And if they are Gen Z, yes, it's understandable. But let's compare other people aside the university students, the small boys and girls and all that. I mean, that would be debatable. So I would say Black Sherif's impact, he's coming. Like it will get to a point that nobody will argue. It will not be debatable at that point. But for now, it's debatable because of what we hear from the Nigerians. If you tell them to mention names of Ghanaian musicians, most of them, in fact, even if they mention Black Sherif, Jackie and Co, they will still mention VIP, Take and others. So the impact there now is not off like that. But I think Black Sherif is coming in a way that nothing will stop him. With time, he will most
gradually.
Yes, he will be. But for now, it's arguable. Like I won't stick my neck out for Black Sherif as the most popular artist, Ghanaian artist in Nigeria. Yeah.
Well, Kojo, how do you also come in?
The competition is between Blacko and Sack. The others, I will take them.
Blacko and Sack.
Blacko and Sack, because we are talking about now.
Yeah.
So it's between Blacko and Sack there. And
so you not pay any attention to the?
No. That was then. Miss Bell, that is 16 years old, released 16 years ago. And those days, she was making a lot of waves in there. And when you check, for instance, those who were enjoying music back then, maybe from those who were 10 years up, most of them will be in their late 30s now. And so when you compare the trends, those people from that side will know her more. I'm not sure her music is still banging over there now. So we talk about from 16 years, a whole generation of music lovers has come up. And so if you are not still active, you fade off. Those who know you. As you rightly said, those who were from the revolution and all of that, they know them. But go and organize a voice pop among these young artists, young music lovers. They wouldn't know Maisville, they wouldn't know Be Happy. But they will know a certain Sarkodie and Blacko. Yes, Sarkodie got famous in Nigeria through his collaborations. He made a lot of them when he was very hot. And that was how come Nigerians got to know him. And with Blacko, his collaboration, only just one collaboration with Burna Boy. And because it came at a time that Burna Boy was so huge. So just one blow, everybody got to know, most of them got to know Blacko in Nigeria. And to confirm that, he moved in there, played some shows. And when you want to test that, I'm known, apart from he topping charts in Nigeria. And that was even the first Ghanaian artist. They say the first Ghanaian artist to ever top a chart.
Music chart in Nigeria.
Yes, and it's not easy like that. Sarkodie, through all his influence over there, couldn't do that.
Able to achieve
so that was online. And to confirm that, okay, let's say what I term the analog views. When you go there, he went there, and the reception was massive. Coupled with this current award that he just won, and visiting the Unilag, and check the age of the Unilag, where I think he can beat Sack right now, will be this current crop of artists. Sack, let's say in the last 7 years, was very hot in Nigeria. Sarkodie was very hot in Nigeria, and so let's say from 7 years now, there will be a new crop of artists who also now a new crop of listeners, music lovers
who will come up.
Some of them definitely may lost track of Sarkodie because maybe we are not getting that hottest collaborations again. But now they have an artist who has the hottest collaboration now with almost their biggest artist, Burna Boy. So definitely, if you want to organize a poll, and how do we get to know some of these things? Is maybe you get a sample, you want to do a survey, definitely you will need a sample. If you do that, then definitely when you come out, somebody will win. And if you do it between Sarkodie and Blacko now, I think Blacko will win. Because his is hot. And that is what will make him win. Where Sarkodie can also come in is the fact that Sarkodie is still active now. So the time he was enjoying fame in Nigeria, Blacko was nowhere to be found. And those who were enjoying Sarkodie, they are still active now. They still know Sarkodie and they know Blacko. So maybe those days, Sarkodie can also get a little advantage over Blacko because of the time, the longevity with him being in Nigeria. But in all, I think if you want to conduct a poll right now, I think Blacko will win. Blacko will win. Everything shows. And one point is when Sarkodie was very hot, he wasn't staging events over there.
No.
So that is where you can confirm that yes, people really
Because Blacko
know
now,
me.
he has been playing shows back in
But Blacko, and every time it's a blast. Anytime Blacko goes
Yeah.
to Nigeria, it's a blast. And so it confirmed that even when you walk on the street, you see people reacting to him and people calling his name. So it shows that yes, for now, and a lot of factors is vibe. They love the vibe. They can appreciate. When Nigerians want to compare our music, they'll come like, oh, you guys speak tree. We can't hear tree. When the Shatter this and Burna Boy this, these were some of the feedback they were giving to us. And with Blacko, because most of them could understand, they fell in love with his vibe. So definitely, yes, for that one, I think Blacko.
Something just struck my mind. I want to ask. So between Mr. Easy and Wizkid, does that mean that Mr. Easy is more popular in Ghana than Wizkid? Because Mr. Easy was able to stage his events and it happened successfully back to back. Wizkid has not been able to do it. Even his last show did not go as planned. So does that mean that Mr. Easy, even on grounds, is more popular than Wizkid in Ghana?
No, I'll go for Wizkid still over Mr. Easy because of Wizkid's music superiority in Ghana.
Okay.
Mr. Easy might have a successful concert,
Because he stays
might even be staying here,
Okay.
but Wizkid's music superiority is higher.
Because
than Mr. Easy.
isn't it the same analogy based on the fact that Black Sherif is also frequenting Nigeria in recent times more than any other
No,
African
but once
country?
again, even what I'm still saying, Black Sherif music superiority is higher
It's
than
higher.
almost all our people.
No, than Sarkodie.
Yes, at the moment.
Okay.
At the moment, yeah.
Oh, at the moment,
No,
Black
but
Sherif music
when he
superiority.
released KTT, you didn't see reactions from Nigeria.
We
No,
all
at the
saw
moment, Black
reactions.
Sherif music superiority
No,
beat every artist in Nigeria.
Pass Sarkodie Sadunai.
Oh,
Now you are talking about Adonai.
Relax,
How many years ago?
No.
Yes,
we are saying in recent time.
Yes, and I'm saying
You
that.
have to define it.
No, but I keep saying now.
Yes, you are saying now, but you are not defining the demography. The demography that you are defining based on even what you are saying is just the Gen Z.
No, you
That's
see,
the only thing that you are using
You
to
see
do-
that
to
you
do
see
this.
the gap. Those who are a bit older who will know Sarkodie. The point is, those people now know Blacko
Yes.
because he's what. So the Gen Zs and the old ones in addition goes for Blacko.
Yes.
But there are some people, then the Gen Zs, there are some of the Gen Zs who wouldn't know Sark.
Yeah.
But some will
Because
also
he
know-
probably
Oh, of
he may
course.
not be too hot now, but if the wave is so hotter, anybody who is older and still enjoys music
If we
will
want to
get to
base
know
our
about the
argument
person.
on the Gen Z,
no,
so
that's
at
not-
a point we wouldn't be fair to these artists because see there are some people the Gen Z can be just few but be very loud in the space
And
that
in
you
fact,
would think
that's
they
what they
are
are.
millions.
No,
But
it's,
then
it's
see
not few.
it is just like testing somebody like Daddy Lumber's popularity. That's what it is. There are periods that an artist even currently because probably it's in the space, it's in our face, has some Gen Zs who are listening to him. We can see him as the most popular artist now. But let's hit the ground and see those who are not making a noise. No, mind you, they are also in the now that we are talking about. They are also in the now. So does that mean that because they are not making noise, or because the artist is not frequenting there, the
When
one
you
that
check-
is
you
frequenting
work-
there
you
and they are
work-
making
you
noise
work
for him
on-
is more
You
popular?
work on online for artists.
Alright.
When you check their back end and you check the streaming statistics with age, which one makes the majority?
Wow, it's between 20 to 34.
Exactly. So this is more of the youth.
Yeah.
Even when we go for events, which age bracket attends this event?
Yeah, almost this.
So clearly it tells you that these are the majority, and we are not. You can't cover those who are not known, both digital and
yeah.
analog. You can't quantify them. The data will be people who stream and also those
Who
who
are
patronize.
interacting with the product,
Yes,
yeah.
this event. So clearly, if this is are the people you work with. You can't talk about the 80s. Yes, they are there. If an 80 person,
The 90s.
the 90s, I mean the age,
Okay.
people who are 60, 70, 80,
Okay.
if they still love music, any current artist, they will get to know about the person.
Yeah. Oh, our people, Osara and Co. Fidelis Osara. Osara is not young. But if he
They know. If they are still following.
and he might have heard VIP, but at the moment he knows Black
Exactly.
Sherif more.
But the young ones, it will be difficult unless maybe they want to track back for history. But most of them goes with the one that is available.
Yeah.
And
so you want to say something finally?
But I would still say it's arguable. But I'm not doubting Black Sherif's impact now. No,
it's between him
not
and
at all. Yeah, but it's still
Sack
arguable.
is super known in Nigeria. Sack is also very known.
Okay, so let's still be on Nigeria and find out how we can wrap up this as well. So information came that our brothers will be performing at the NBA All-Stars final in America, Utah, and finally it happened. And I want us to just go and check it out. Some photos, some videos. Already the performance went down. I think I've been able to watch the whole of Burna Boy's performance. Burna Boy's performance was dope. I've watched portions of Tems. I'm yet to watch one from Rema though. And it looks like so far we've started the move. I don't know when we are also going to have our time though. Our people have opened the way for us. And as it stands now, I'm just asking, is the Afrobeat thing still going to be Nigeria every day? Or a time will come that we also have our share? Chemo, are we going to have our fair share one day? Now that Afrobeat has started winning, is it going to come to us one day?
Oh, of course. I mean, you can, when you trace back to history, that's what it is. I mean, at some point, even Ghanaian music were on top, even in Nigeria. Yes, and but with time, Nigerian music took over based on the activities now. And now, wherever you go, you can't ignore Nigerian music. You can't ignore Afrobeat. So, for now, this is what it's going to be. But if other people work so hard, why not? They can also penetrate. Like we are talking about Black Sherif now. Yes, Black Sherif obviously is going places. If he will go like this, why not? He may also get opportunity to perform in a big event like this, and I don't doubt his prowess or what he can do when it comes to music. So I think time will tell. But so far, Nigerians are doing the right thing and they are going places. And
will it take just our songs or our talent there, or we would need to collaborate with the bigger record labels? Because all these people there, they are on bigger record labels. They have some kind of bigger plugs. So in this case, now that we're also looking for that opportunity, do we have to start linking up to such people with that strength, or we are going to rely on our talent and our songs?
They are all part of it. I mean, music business is not just about your talent. It's also about how you are managing it. It's also about the people that you associate with, the collaboration that you do and all that. So they are all part of it. That's why I said, based on what you do and how you do it, Black Sherif is going places, and we can say it that he is working with a big record label or big agency that they are backing him, and that's what it is. So if you are not doing that, it will be more difficult for you than those who have agencies, record labels, others backing them. That one is so obvious. So you have to know. You can't be an independent artist and compete with somebody that working with Sony Music or Empire. No. How? No, you can't. You can't compete in that sense. Your music may go far, but there are certain things that you can't do, and that's where they will beat you to it. I mean, so if you really want to be in music business, it's not just about your talent. It's about how you also market the product that you have, how you associate with others. Even that one will have an influence. Black Sherif, for instance, has an association with somebody like Burna Boy, and it's working because Burna Boy is big. More like you are now in that class, because Burna Boy can take you along wherever he goes. You can perform with him on a certain platforms that you get to introduce your talent to new audience. They may fall in love with your talent, and there you go. So it will not just be about your talent, it's about your associations, and that will include even the collaboration that you do and then the companies that you work with.
Okay, I see. Ro, how about you? Come through.
Oh, quite in But I mean, it is beautiful to see our brothers feeling like this. Yes, I would say, I always say that hope is not lost. We can still prepare ourselves. It is just about preparing. These people have prepared themselves long enough for them to get this opportunity. It wasn't out of the blue, or it wasn't out of the fact that they are too special or they are too talented. Yes, these things, talent is one. Talent has to do with you have to be definitely talented in this modern day and age in music business. You have to be talented, and how you manage that talent. Managing your talent also means how you practice and how you prepare. Yes, your association would also come to play. Who are you associated with? There are some people who probably are talented, they've been able to manage well, but their associations are not good. Now, your association, out of that association, they will now think about your impact. What is your impact? The fact that you are associated with a big brand doesn't automatically give you a qualification to some of these platforms. No. We have so many people who are associated with Empire, the same label Black Sherif is on now. Yet they are not getting that same influence like Black Sherif is getting, or that same opportunity somebody like Black Sherif is getting. Probably it is because their impact is not as huge as what Black Sherif has. So yes, your impact will also be a factor for you to get some of these platforms. So yes, your talent is one. How you manage it is two. Your understanding that will take you to certain places for you to affiliate yourself with people or associate yourself with people. Because if you don't understand the music business to a certain level, it will be very difficult for you to partner with some people. It is about sometimes what you are able to let go or what you also bring to the table. Most of our people, we all know the conversations they are having in current times. Actually, they would want a different kind of partnership. And it is all boiled down to the understanding of the music business now. So some people who probably would have some few coins to spare or some few things to let go can do that and associate themselves with people who can put some of these plugs for them. But all the same, I know there will come a time, and it is even very soon. Some of our people in our space, now. Yes, will get some of these platforms, and it will feel normal. So I'll only encourage them not to stop working, because these opportunities are coming. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There are bigger stages that will be built even in the future. So let's
still in the name of Africa.
Yes, let's prepare, let's work, let's put in the work so that when it is time for somebody to hold your hand to that stage, it wouldn't be as if what is his impact? What has the person done? What has the person achieved? I know today, if they are to hold Black Sherif's hand to say, oh, NFL, halftime, they want Black Sherif to perform, nobody will question. Because we know the work. Yes, we know the work he's
paid his dues.
Exactly,
together.
And even his impact. But not to disrespect any artist. I'm sure if they come and hold somebody like Kwame MP to say, oh, Kwame MP is going to perform at NFL, even though we know he has done something or he's paid his dues, I know so many people will question. You understand? Looking at
I thought you were not going to mention anybody's name.
No, I want to mention. No, I want to mention because I want to do some comparison here, comparing his impact
this
now.
Comparison, no matter if it comes out, people will not be happy.
That's what I'm saying. With no disrespect.
They won't take that. They won't take that.
So you see,
you meant to disrespect him.
No. So you see,
so maybe Black Sherif and other guys.
So if they are to hold his hand right now, so many people will question because his impact now cannot be compared to what Black Sherif is enjoying. It's as simple as that. Let's not shy away from, and they will feel it is no disrespect. It is just a comparison here. So his impact now cannot be. So if we should hold his hand, go and perform. It is like that. It is like that because of
the deal.
Yes,
if you are still
Oh no.
Okay.
Because of the impact, so many people will question. Not because he's not talented, not because he's not putting in the work, but because of the impact compared to other people, people will question. It is still the same thing. So let's prepare. Let's still continue to put in the work. So that when the opportunity presents itself and they say, oh, Sammy Flex is going on this platform. So many people wouldn't question now about that, man, what is his impact and all that. So yes, it is a good move for Africa and it's a very beautiful news. We can only congratulate them and celebrate with them and also prepare along the line. Because if we don't, there is that tendency that it will shift to a different country. Forget where Afrobeat or whatever started from. The fact that we started it doesn't mean that we are entitled to it. If you don't prepare yourself towards society, if you don't work, some people can come and just get the opportunity and you will still be crying.
I see. Have you seen the performances? Were you impressed?
Oh yes. I've seen. In fact, I've watched Burna Boy's full performance. I'm yet to see Tems and Rema as well.
Okay.
And even his introductory stage was what the wow factor for me.
Okay.
The fact that he was able to blend their local sound. That is, and you see,
when he was introduced with the drums.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The song is a very popular song. People know. He did not even. It is even one of his old songs. But then the way he was able to remake the song, blend with the live performance, exactly was what got me to the performance. And I think so far he represented Africa well. I know so many people will come from different angles, especially with costume and other stuff. And some people,
he didn't costume like an
African. Yes, I know some. Ochame Kwame will have a different opinion.
No, he will not have a different opinion. He will not have a different opinion.
He would.
But Burna Boy, that's how Burna Boy has been performing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's an African on the world stage, so many people would want to do it. Adam and Stonebwoy and Kiddy wore their own suits there. Ochame Kwame said he would have done a better job. And what was the better job? To wear kente and play kitty.
He didn't say better.
Okay.
He said he would have gone that way.
Exactly. So I am
Because of
saying,
his agenda.
Yeah.
He has an
He
agenda.
still admitted they were looking good.
He's a well Ghana man.
I am not saying Burna Boy was not looking good. But I am saying that some people would also come with the argument and say, oh, since you are representing Africa on a world stage, why don't you let your costume look more African? That is what some people would have said.
No, well, some people are like that though.
Why is he only
But me,
costume
no,
that?
the reason I'm saying this, Burna Boy, this is not his first time performing on an international platform. With all his successful tours, we did not see him looking any African. And that's why somebody can argue, but I know when somebody argues like that, the person is flawed.
There will be an explanation for it. Just like Kiddy. Kiddy has always been looking like this, even outside Ghana. Yet some people question why they did not look African on
Nobody questioned that.
Oh,
no, like, don't. The person was saying that I would have done this, not questioning somebody. So don't. So they were.
Oh yes.
Questioning how they dressed.
Having so many people gone outside.
I saw some comments like
yes.
Yeah.
There are comments like that.
Even
this is not even the first time people are bringing comments. Having people traveled outside Ghana to represent Ghana on certain stages that people have even questioned. Even Sarkodie. Question their costume before. It is like, it doesn't mean that it makes their question legit or it cannot be flawed. It can be flawed, but what I'm saying is that man, despite even without looking more African, was even able to represent Africa even with the sound, and that is beautiful.
Well, Kodo, how about you? I don't know if you've seen some of the performances yet.
Yeah, I think snippets of that. I haven't watched the full performance. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. Africa is winning. That is how I want to see it. It's Africa. And it's good that now African music is taking over the world stage. So anybody who is an African, you also have the probability to also capitalize on that and also win. So it's about how you map up your strategies to also win, because the attention is now on Africa.
Okay.
So if you're an African artist, the question is how can I also tap into whatever that is happening? You said yes. Can we see Ghanaians also? Yes. When we are able to have artists to that caliber, we can also get some of these some of these stages, because the people there are not just there for because they are yes, because they are Tems or they are Burna boy.
They have done
It
good
is their
work.
work. Check their numbers, their influence. So when you are putting them there, you can defend it. If you are an event organizer and you are calling some of these names on your event and paying them that huge sums of money, you can defend it when your investors call you. Why are you putting this person on? You have something to say. And this business is not about equality. It's equity. It's not equality. So they can be there for 500 years. If the others are not doing their things right, if you are not working up to that standard, you can never be there. Unless maybe your father or your uncle becomes part of the organizers and decide to use veto. That hey,
to put you there.
Yes, this is my
whether I deserve
this
it
is
or
my
not.
nephew.
For them, if it doesn't make business sense, forget.
Oh
it.
no,
still not be
veto
there.
there, veto for veto there. The person can do. I'm putting the money, so I want this person to be on.
Okay. For promotional purpose.
Yes,
Okay.
so
That is
they
also
can
there,
they
yeah.
can put that. Unless other than that, these people will be there as long as they continue doing the right things. If it is about talent, then I can beat my chest and say we have a lot of Ghanaians who are talented probably than some of the people that we are seeing there. But a lot of factors combined, not just the talent. They are able to give you the right songs, because there's a kind of songs. There's a kind of sound
Yeah.
that the world is looking out for now.
Yeah.
And these people are giving it to them back to back. Check all these artists. You can see some similarities in their sounds. And a lot of them, the ones who are upcoming, anytime they also come in, they come in hard. They're able to meet that standard. Yeah. So I think it has even been made easier for some of the Africans from other regions. Okay. Now that Nigeria is frontline in it, what are they doing right? Apart from they connected to these bigger record labels and all of that, the point is, can we also do a sound like that? If you want to do it, it's not compulsory.
Nobody is pushing.
Nobody is forcing anybody.
Okay.
Anybody can decide that I'm okay with what I'm achieving now. It is not everyone will be at the MBA or whatever. Not everybody can be on the Grammys or whatever.
Yeah.
Anybody can decide, okay, I'm content with whatever I'm achieving with myself. But if you have that vision and you want to be there, then it is better you now start and ask yourself questions. How are these people making it? What are some of the factors? Yes, we have listed that most of them are connected to huge record labels who have the plugs. So definitely it makes it easier for them. But aside that, if you also get that plug, the product that you have at hand, is it that sellable? And if you what caught the eyes of these record labels? What caught the eyes of these record labels? Because I believe these record labels are scanning through everywhere, looking for new talents that they can also put on if it makes business sense. So if they chance on you and you also have that sound that
You have what it takes.
exactly, they will also put you on. So yes, we just have to congratulate our Nigerian brothers and sisters for the good job they are doing for Africa. Now, if you are also, you consider yourself an African, it means now the light has been thrown wide on us. Wherever you are, you can be located. But the point is, do the right things. Position yourself well. Make sure that, yes, you are learning. If by or whatever that we call,
purpose,
yes, learn it. If you get closer to these people, and I know most of them are in friends with some of our Ghanaian brothers and sisters. So ask the right questions. How do you get these things? How is it being done? And probably one day we can also see, but it's not equality. We are not sharing. It's about who deserves it. What I say. So they can be there for 100 years, and you can't say it's unfair
until we also work hard.
Until we have people who can also compete in that level. Because check their numbers. Check the numbers. When they release songs, check the streaming. we are here now still, even now, when we were glorifying 1 million views and all of that. You see now it has dropped.
Yeah.
Now it's even difficult for a Ghanaian artist to clock 1 million views.
Yeah.
And these people are getting it in hours.
No, I don't think it has dropped. I think the focus has now been elevated more than getting 1 million views.
And still we are not.
Now
Where do you get?
Now it is not about you getting
No,
1 million views.
I mean you
again.
don't even get.
It is about when did you get that million views?
And check.
Or how
It's
many
not-
millions
So,
do you
Kojo's
have?
argument is that in recent times, who is even bringing the 1 million views?
We
for
were
artists?
glorifying it, and
Yes.
even it has dropped.
Oh, but the explanation to it.
Yes.
One
Is
of
it?
them is that because people are now paying attention to the million again, they won't do what was taking them to get the million views. So it will drop.
You sure?
That's it. Yeah, there are other factors, but I can
But
assure
they're
you
doing
that-
some things to get a million.
Oh, of course. The kind
why
of
did you stop?
promotions, because the focus is not there anymore.
It's
They
where.
are focusing on other things.
It's where.
Because then when someone gets 1 million, you know, go
So
and
what?
see
The
it as
people-
news and
Yeah.
And-
First, they were
and-
writing headlines with it,
And
but
so-
now even if you get it, nobody will write
And so
headlines.
these are the petty things that these people are winning over you. Because if anybody wants to invest in them, they check the numbers. This is a product that we can sell. Whatever we push in, we can make it back. So if you knew you were sponsoring your videos and you were getting in the numbers, what stops you from continuing sponsoring it? If you think, you are an artist, you have clocked millions back like 4 years ago, and today, if you release it is dropping, are you declining or you are moving up? It is a worry. You need to always move up, and these are some of the petty things that people will consider. That was what the
Asemba, Mama farming Kohobi. Sammy Flex did not tell him to retract. Meanwhile, the person knows what he wants to say. Asemba, still. No, I won't collapse. I mean, my collapse here. My collapse here.
That I'm father than
Okay, so let's look at this very last story where Baba Sadiq, during Joy Entertainment Spaces on Twitter, Baba Sadiq made some statement that has been going rounds, and I want us to ask ourselves whether Baba Sadiq's statement is what the industry standard should be, or maybe we can't take this as our standard. Baba Sadiq is quoted for saying, artists don't like working for free unless you have a relationship with them. Artists don't like working for free unless you have a relationship with them. And it says, music and media entrepreneur Abdullahi Abu Sadiq, popularly known as Baba Sadiq, has expressed concerns over artists performing for free at certain events. In myjoyonline.com report, Baba Sadiq pointed out that some events are non-commercial and require artists to cooperate with event organizers on monetary terms. However, he added that it is usually difficult to engage artists to perform for free unless there is an existing relationship or situation that demands it. A quotation here says, "It is very difficult getting an artist to perform for free unless you have the relationship first and foremost. And as I said, it depends on the situation," he said. While making his point, Baba Sadiq also advised musicians to look beyond physical payment and consider the value of the platforms they perform on, while giving an example of the Rain performance curated by 3 Music Awards for Black Sherif's Kweku the Traveler in 2022. According to him, after the event, many artists approached him to lobby for such opportunities because they saw how it impacted Black Sherif's career. Despite this, Baba Sadiq expressed concerns over the current state of the music industry in Ghana, where he said the agenda has always been to enable artists rather than event organizers. The former 3 Music boss lamented the fact that most corporate institutions have stopped sponsoring events, making it challenging for artists to produce their shows without running at a loss. The market has broken. The sponsorship market has crashed. Nobody is getting the sponsorship from the sponsorship market anymore. The investment to produce these shows is not even happening anymore. These talents of when they produce their own shows are running at losses, he stated. Baba Sadiq's comments come amid discussions on encouraging a no-fee for performance policy for some events in Ghana. Baba Sadiq's comments come amid discussions on encouraging a no fee for performance policy for some events in Ghana, similar to what obtains in foreign events like the Grammy Awards, the Super Bowl halftime, and the Global Citizen Festival. And interestingly, all the people who are pushing this agenda seem to belong to the event camp. I know George K has been part of this discussion. Robert Clark has been part of this discussion, and now Baba Sadiq is also here. So yes, I know where they are coming from as event people. That's why they are pushing this agenda. But Kojo, is this a sustainable venture for us to discuss as an industry?
Oh yeah, once some other part of the business or jurisdictions are doing it, yes, it is possible. But it's not...
They are doing it because of how their system is structured. I know crowd I'm person better say because they are doing it like that. We are also doing it. Because the moment you come in like that, you are like the argument is flawed for me because
no, it's not flawed. Once somebody is doing, then if we should stop doing music, because other jurisdictions, how their music is, it's not like here. Somebody in America doing music enjoy a lot of benefits. We don't enjoy anything here, but we are still doing music.
No, wait. So,
it's still a valid.
So you do it in your way that will make you comfortable.
Let me add what's supposed to be added. The point is, once people are playing football in the world, we can also play football here. So there's a mechanism that somebody are doing there. People are doing it there. There's ways they are doing it. So we can also replicate it if we are following the same channel. The point is, what kind of event am I coming to perform for free? You are talking about Super Bowl, a Super Bowl halftime that any artist on record that has mounted the platform hours or after, a day after, has tripled their sales. So in a sense, it is not just free like that. Because they know what it takes to be on that platform. So if you want to replicate it in here, it depends on the kind of platform you raise in here. What kind of show? Is it about Trade Music? Is that Trade Music Awards?
No, not Trade, like award shows.
Or the Widerland?
No, award shows.
Is that? We was basically on our shows.
No, Baba Sadiq was speaking generally for all events and not for him.
So it's the same thing.
That's what I'm saying, that you are talking about, okay, where do they want our people to perform? Then I said they want them to perform.
I'm giving examples.
Okay.
And it wouldn't be ours for our shows for what? The point is, like you set up, I was there, is who come and perform on our award show. Most of the award shows right now, you can't compare to Super Bowl. You can't compare them. No. You allow me. No, you allow me because the way you are bringing in your... Yes, because there was a mention of a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I get it.
Exactly, and the Super Bowl is what we are talking about. So until you raise a platform in our space here, which will be enviable for any artist, which there will be value. It's not like I'm just coming to perform for free. I'm not getting physical cash. But I'm getting other indirect benefits. Like he mentioned the Super Bowl and all the Grammys and all of that. If you are on a Grammy stage, what do you know the benefits that you are going to enjoy from there? So if you have Widerland, and the Widerland is like a talk about show in Africa, that every artist want to be on that platform. And the platforms he mentioned, it's not just, it didn't happen in a day. Super Bowl NFL was their 57th edition. When they started in the first 3 years, no artist will want to be there. Even Rihanna rejected them in 2019. So they have built a system with consistency. Let's say people were giving plaudits to Baba Sadiq for Widerland because the setup and all of that. What happened the next year? They couldn't sustain it. So if you have built your platform for years and it has become so enviable, attractive, then any artist can yearn that, Charlie, I want to be on this platform even if it is for free. And so people have interest. It depends on the interest the artist has. It is not like I just want to perform for you for free. If I am a taxi driver and I decide to put my girlfriend in and drive her free from here to Kumasi, and you sit there, why didn't you take 10 Ghana cedis and drive me down, driving your girlfriend? It's not for free like that. I know what I will benefit. I know what I will benefit from my girlfriend. That is why I'm wasting my fuel and driving her around town. But to you, you think, oh, the guy is not making a good decision. So it can happen. But then what will be for the artist? Because there are some platforms the artist feels like they are rather coming to throw more light on you.
Yeah.
Like an award scheme just happened. Let's say this is the first time you are organizing your award scheme, and you go to, let's say, a brand like Burna and you tell, oh, I want you to come and sponsor me because I'll give you mileage. You yourself, what mileage do you have? My brand is visible out there. But all these artists know that no, the Super Bowl is big, it's huge. It will add to my career or my business.
Yeah.
That is why they will accept and go there. He also mentioned unless it's relationship. Yes, at times relationship also works. If I know what the kind of relationship I have with Sammy Flex and the kind of benefits we have enjoyed from each other, I wouldn't mind coming to be on your platform for free. But if we don't have any relationship, the question is, what do I stand to benefit?
Okay.
And if at the end of the day, I come and stand on a platform and I am rather giving you the news, I come and check my online, nothing has been added, there's no bars, I won't come. Exactly. So they, in as much as it is good and they are doing the conversation, they also consider the kind of platforms they are raising for some of these artists. An upcoming artist like me or a new artist like me would love to be on their platforms because I know what it will do to me.
But will they do that?
You said?
But what I mean is, will they?
The event organizers. They also see me that I wouldn't add any value to their platform.
They will not give you, yes.
Yes, so where the guys like Sarkodie, Shatawale, Stoneboy, where they have gotten to, if you want to come with that conversation, make sure that whatever you are also bringing on board is of value. How Shatta wanted to perform on Akwaba,
yeah,
with that money, because he knew what he wanted to achieve, the interest he had at that particular point in time. So there should be an interest, and that interest, you need to meet the interest of the artist and yours as well. It shouldn't be like you should just come because of maybe just even the relationship or to supporting ourselves as an industry. So if they are able to build that, the Widerland had promised, because those who visited, who patronized the event said, oh, everything was, it had the future.
It was big.
Anyway, it had the future.
I was there.
No, now can enjoy now can. It had the
liability.
It had the future, but until you have organized it like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, where it has become that huge, you even wouldn't talk. The artists will rather run to you that, hey, Chala, I need your platform. So it can be done, but it must be done well.
Okay, Chamo, come through.
Yeah, they were, I think, if it was intentional or not, they left some of the points that will go against them. And a typical one is what Kojo just said. You will not give it to underground artists, but you want the popular ones, those who have established themselves to do it for free. Meanwhile, the underground artists will do it for free.
Yeah, well, they are dying.
You see, the irony, when you prefer certain people to be on your platform, and you don't want to pay them. Some people also prefer your platform and will give it to you for free, and you too, you don't want them. That's how the world is. Don't just go empty-handed and you wishing for everything. You want to get everything, but you are not ready to pay for anything. That's not fair. So I will agree with them. Some people will wish to be on your platform for free. If you are not willing to give it to those people, then be ready to pay others to also be on your platform. That's what it is. But you can build a platform to a stage that those people will also wish to be on it for free. Okay. If you want Shatawale, Sarkodie, give them a value rather than the money that you don't want to pay. Yeah. Yes. If they can be on that platform and get benefit elsewhere, they will come. In fact, some of them will even approach you, like Shatawale and then the party in the park incident. Shatta saw that if I do this thing for free, I can also have this kind of benefit. So I want to be on your platform for free. That's it. When Shatta saw that he may not get that kind of benefit, he pulled out.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. I mean, that's how the world is. When people are doing things for you for free, it's not free like that. They have motive. It could be just the joy of me being the one doing it for you. Okay. It's still the benefit. It's not free like that. Yes, they take some form of joy or
and pride
some
in it.
Pride in helping people and all that. So it's not free like that. And I think that's how the Sadiq and others should look at it.
But even with our people, when they perform for free, are they really going to get that return benefit that they are talking about?
So that's why
they don't. He used the example of Black Sherif at the 3 Music Awards.
And that one was, in fact, he shouldn't have, because it will bounce back on him. Or it's like just hitting your face with egg.
Why do you think he shouldn't have?
Because he has confessed that it was for Sarkodie.
And
because
Sarkodie, yes, did.
Yes, because he couldn't, because Sarkodie wasn't available. So it wasn't like he wanted to help Black Sherif. No. Black Sherif has at that time prepared, waiting for an opportunity. And lucky for him, he got it because Sarkodie couldn't come. It has nothing to do with you thinking about Black Sherif that
and even Blacko needed it.
Yes,
Blacko needed it, but he was
coming. Blacko was nobody at that time. And then you couldn't get what you preferred, and he said, then try on. And don't turn around and say that I had Blacko in mind, like I wanted to help him. Meanwhile, you have confessed that this platform, this thing that I did wasn't for Blacko. So why are you now coming out to say that the way you did it for Blacko? Yes, it worked out perfectly, but it was Blacko's preparation meeting opportunity. You had it. He wasn't part of your plan, so you can't just come and mention him like that. If he was part of your plan, then you agree that sometimes you plan to put people on just to promote them. So those people should also think about you. You know, Blacko will be grateful for forever. Like, I don't think Blacko will be so hard on 3 Music when they need him because of this thing that happened. But yes, but don't come out and make it sound like you plan to put Blacko on like that. No, it was for Sarkodie, not for Blacko.
I see. Roland, speak finally and let's run away. Our time is up.
Rasa, I understand where they are coming from, because when you check events in Ghana and how long some of them, especially some of the big stages that we've ever produced, and how long they've lasted, and even you check through the space and you can't find them, sometimes it is very disheartening, especially the people who champion these stages, like the Bularis and the other people. Like, you ask yourself, so what happens to them now? They seem to be out of business, because to them that was business. And when you look into the space and you realize that the people that they were putting on these stages are still in business, yet they are out of business. Araho. So you would want to make statements like this, but it all boils down to some of the mistakes that, as event people, they also committed, whether knowingly or unknowingly. You know, in back in the days, the space was almost like we were just doing it out of passion, and not necessarily
for the business.
Yes,
yeah.
a business venture. So most of the sponsors, or Baba Sadiq made mention of the fact that the sponsorship market is now
crashed.
crashed.
It is another angle I would want us to explore some other day.
It is
as to why sponsorship is no more coming for events.
It is.
Who do we blame? Once again, are we now going to blame the event organizers?
The beverages.
So one of the arguments will be, did we approach them with business? Is it out of the fact that, oh, come and sponsor me because I will give you mileage? What is the impact of that? Like mileage, what was the impact? How do you measure it? Because the likes of Super Bowl near the arena, they want to use as a yardstick or an example to buttress our conversation. Is the fact that Super Bowl can give you numbers. They can give you figure projections. That oh, Asumesi came here, and it is not. So now, if we are even to ask Baba Sadiq the impact of what Black Sherif had on 3 Music Awards, you know, most of it is out of imaginations because we all saw it.
It was trending.
We can just imagine he was trending.
TikTok.
But what was the number projections on whatever he had, like the numbers that he had? We can't find it. Oh, before Black Sherif performed on that 3 Music Awards night, his numbers were this, his numbers were that, and after a week after or 3 days after, this is what he got.
But I think people have that information.
Yes, people have that information. Yeah, but if you don't put some of these...
Oh, no, people have that information.
If
in before the performance and after the performance,
yes,
the increment of numbers he got.
Yes.
No, people have that
but
information.
If you...
And is it coming from that source alone?
You see, if
you might not know.
If you don't put some of these information out, it will be very...
But right after that show, Black Sherif got some increase.
Exactly. Nobody would doubt.
That, yeah.
See, Rihanna had increased numbers after Super Bowl. Dr. Dre and his people had increased numbers. But the difference between them and what Black Sherif had is that their own is clear in our face. They consciously made sure.
And even with them, it was when she was performing a song. That moment too, they were checking. People were searching for that song and streaming.
Sure.
So the moment she finished performing, they give the data out.
They were making sure you know the information. So even if there is a sponsor out there or there is an investor out there, the investor has real clear projections on what they would want to sponsor in. Because if, let me take Ghana meets Niger as it was one of our biggest events in the country.
Okay.
It has received so many sponsorships back to back. Now, what are the figures that we can, out of that we can prove to a current investor and say, oh, out of this event, we have these numbers to show. Which is why we want to bring it back, so come and sponsor us. It will be very difficult for us to have that conversation. So yes, when I think about that from an event person point of view, sometimes I feel sad for some of our people who held the fort in terms of organizing events in Putin. Ghana meets Niger was one of the enviable stages in Ghana.
Of course, very powerful.
Yes.
At the time.
And aside, it is not only about...
Because that was bridging the gap between our music and the Nigerian music.
Music. And it wasn't, you see, it is not only about building an enviable stage. It goes beyond that to make sure you are also doing business that can sustain. It is the sustainability that we are talking about.
Okay.
So yes, and you see the musicians, it will be very hard for some people to go out of relationship to perform for free. Because even as event organizers, it is also out of relationship that we sometimes even do select
who should even appear
exactly
on the show.
And looking at their structure and how they get their revenues off music, it will be very difficult unless we want to put all things being equal and bring their budgetary structure here. Then some of them can just close their eyes and go and perform for free, like for a whole year. Yes, for a whole year, because you see, to them their streams and revenues and endorsements is even enough to them than the performances, so they can just let the performance. But now they are living. But now, almost from the topmost Ghanaian artists to the last, they are all living on performances. So it will be very difficult for most of them out of relationship to say, oh, they are performing for free.
Well, one area that I think, like I said earlier, which is making them say all these things is the fact that they are not getting sponsorship. But why are they not getting sponsorship? Over the years, Have event organizers satisfied sponsors?
No.
That's why I'm saying maybe on another day, because I know some people, they will just come, take their money, give you all the proper English that they can type on a laptop. You read and when they take the money, no. This guy said it in one of his songs. I think it is called The Industry or whatever. T-Flow. In one of his songs called The Industry, something like that. He talked about event organizers, sometimes even taking money and not paying what is due the artists that they are supposed to deal with. So yes, I still think that the conversation is good. Personally, I think in one of our groups, some arts group like that I'm a part of, when I saw the headline, I also went right. This thing won't work in Ghana. You can't tell the artists in Ghana to come and perform for free. Because what they are going through, you the event organizer, when he's even down, you don't mind him. So at the moment, you can say he should come and perform. But if he doesn't have a hit, will you even call him again? You won't call him again. So to them, like that discussion, that's why in the initial stage, when Kojo started and made reference, I said, "Emfa."
No.
And they can only accumulate
based on
Ghana made Niger. There were artists who wanted to perform for free. Some perform, in fact, some perform for free. Yeah, so it's the value. If I have value, it's not about what I don't have money in my pocket too. If I know that going to stand on this platform can get me another gig where they will pay me, I will go. And that is the conversation. If they don't have, there's nothing they are benefit, they won't come.
As much as Sammy Flex TV is very impactful, if you are not able to sustain it, do you think tomorrow it will be enviable for somebody to come and say, I want to be on Sammy Flex TV? No, it's a sustainability.
Well, it's all good. We wish them well. We wish the artists well. But in their thinking, in their deliberations, they should not think about themselves alone. They think about how, like Baba Sadiq will say, the ecosystem will survive. Shout out to Abbas. The ecosystem will survive. Thanks to Kojo King. Thanks to Intimdo de Solomon. Thanks to Roland Amati. To Digital Rasta Currency on camera. Richie Flex, editor, director of the show. And thanks to you for spending some time with us. What we want is to read from you as well. Share your opinion, like our video, subscribe to us, and tell others about this platform, because this is the home of quality showbiz talk here on Sammy Flex TV. My name is Sammy Flex. I see you in our next video. Ta-ta.